By February 1999, WWE's ratings were solidly ahead of its competitor, WCW. Raw was experiencing its highest viewership in history, heading down the road to WrestleMania XV, a road that began with the Royal Rumble.
McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin will be the first man to enter the Royal Rumble. And the second will be Vince McMahon.
Oh no, Vince number 2.
How bad you want this?
This is amazing. Chase the chicken, chase the chicken, chase the chicken.
Catch that chicken! Get that chicken!
Vince McMahon, I'm gonna beat your ass all night long.
There is no chance in hell of you winning the Royal Rumble.
And here comes Austin. He's been waiting his career for this. McMahon crawled out of the ring through the bottom rope, and now Austin's in pursuit. Hey, it was a trap. The corporate team has ambushed Stone Cold. Hey, the rattlesnake's here. He commandeered the ambulance. We're down to 2. What? The rattlesnake and Mr. McMahon.
There was Boss Man at the end.
Stunner! Here comes Rock, and Rock is just taunting Austin. They're getting it on. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! No!
Vince has won the Rumble.
No! Mr. McMahon has eliminated the rattlesnake thanks to The Rock.
I waive all rights and privileges as the #1 contender.
You checked yourself out of the main event at WrestleMania, and Stone Cold Steve Austin has been checked in. I will put up my right for the title at WrestleMania if you will face me in the cage match.
All right, Austin, you're on. You got your match.
Crabman from Crabman Gaming here, and today I'm playing WWE 13, the Attitude Era mode. This is the WrestleMania 15 storyline.
It's a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
This is Steve Austin on his quest to win the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 15. We've already had the DX storyline, which went to WrestleMania 14. Vince McMahon shockingly won the Royal Rumble, and this is my first playthrough in 8 years, so I'm not looking at any spoilers, any walkthroughs. I haven't watched any videos. I don't know what the hidden objectives are. It is a first playthrough for Crabman since I played the game at the end of 2012 or the start of 2013. I'm looking forward to this. Steve Austin versus Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 257 pounds, the chairman of WWE, Mr. McMahon.
A trip to WrestleMania 15 is on the line. Stone Cold Steve Austin must win to get his title shot. And Mr. McMahon, King, said it earlier on Heat. He is 2-0 against Stone Cold under the most bizarre circumstances. Look at Stone Cold. How many rednecks around the world would love to get the chance to slap around their boss? That's what Stone Cold gets tonight. Well, when do you ever get to see an employee, or a redneck as you call it, get to beat the hell out of the owner of a Fortune 500 company? Oh, look at this. How smart is Mr. McMahon? He's going to make Austin wait. And Austin says, Here we go now. Oh, look out.
Chase him down, chase him down. They're pulling him down from the cage. This is the most ridiculous bump ever as well. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, what a bump.
Mr. McMahon, he may be dead. He fell 20 feet off the steel cage through the announce table. And the officials calling for help.
This could be over before it's begun.
We need some paramedics.
As far as I'm concerned, the match never really started because the bell never rang. So, McMahon, he ain't gonna lose that easy. Now, Jackass, that's you in the black. Is the SOB still breathing? Well, since he is still breathing,
Look at Jerry Lawler's face.
just scared to whoop ass. Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stone Cold is not through with Mr. McMahon. Stone Cold tosses McMahon back into the cage, and here we go.
Oh my God, he's an animal. What more can he do to Mr. McMahon?
The bell rings, and here we go.
Climb to the top and escape to win. That's all we need to do.
McMahon even moving, King?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's the hatred that Mr. McMahon has for Austin. That's what's driving him on. Ouch. That'll scramble your brains.
What happened to Snake Eyes? Oh, well, it was Snake Eyes, but
that's exactly why
why
these
not do a move
steel cage
against
matches
the
are so dangerous.
ropes?
With a tremendous clothesline. Wham!
Oh, he got decapitated by the rope. That's what happened in one of those rumbles that Vince had. It was like a mini rumble on Raw. And he got thrown over the top rope and nearly decapitated himself on the bottom rope.
Spots the opening. That suplex was picture perfect.
I'll tell you.
All right.
Never hesitate when you're in the ring with the chairman. A spectacular counter by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
We're just going to climb to the top. Oh, get down.
And this might be.
Do you see that grin on the face of Stone Cold?
Yeah, he's sick.
Another eye raid by
Austin
Vince.
got Mr. McMahon right in the heart. Mr. McMahon has such a big heart.
He's going for the $1 million dream again.
How much force was delivered there?
Oh, Mr. McMahon's head is bleeding after that
Busted
last
Vince
shot.
wide open.
After all of these shots to the head, I've got a feeling that soup's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future. And he's trying to end this one quickly.
Trying to get to the top, but not fast enough.
Oh, huge backflip like off the top of the cage.
They both come crashing down.
Amazing. I could have counted that. I just missed the button.
He's got the dreaded camel clutch.
Oh, make him humble. Make him humble.
A good escape.
I'm trying to hit the stunner. I'll keep him going for a while. I've also played through this in Warzone as well with Steve Austin. We just climb the TVs. You have a cage match as well, and you climb to the top. That's good fun. Check that out on the channel. If you do like the channel, that'd be awesome. If you comment, I will comment back. And if you subscribe, that is awesome as well. But otherwise, you can just keep enjoying the video. It all helps. We're nearing the end of the Attitude Era playthrough. Huge stunner.
There he goes. He's booking it. He's going for a quick escape, and he's trying for the early escape.
Sure, there's a cutscene. Or does Vince flip you off? I think Vince flips you off and you go back in. Austin's going to WrestleMania. Flip him off, Vince. Flip him off. Yes.
Pure hatred driving Mr. McMahon. No! Austin, don't do it! Remember the Royal Rumble match!
Oh, Mr. McMahon hates him so bad.
Austin just won't let McMahon.
Oh, I just did a stunner.
have the final
So
say.
now we've got the black bar cage, but when we played just before, 2 weeks ago, Triple H versus Kane, it was the steel cage, so that was weird.
Oh, how much must Mr. McMahon hate Stone Cold to endure this?
I'd have to go back and check whether Kane versus Triple H used the black bar cage or the steel cage they went on to use in 2000 and 2001. Vince McMahon is bleeding like he was busted open Survivor Series 2003 against The Undertaker,
I can't believe it.
where he bladed from the very first punch. There's a stunner on Vince. Stone Cold stunner.
Oh, look at the emotion.
Austin stows McMahon, and now a little bit of lip service.
Quit cussing him, Stone Cold. Quit cussing him.
It's It's Paul Wight. It's Paul Wight.
That's Paul Wight. Good Lord, King, he's huge. Yes! This mastodon has held Mr. McMahon to his feet. Oh my goodness, this guy's got to be over 7 feet tall. You knew the boss had to have something up his sleeve. Stone Cold waited too long.
How did WCW let the Giant go?
He hates Austin so bad. Look at this. He wants Austin to suffer like he suffered tonight. Yes, this is great. Austin is being manhandled. Austin into the cage. The cage gave way. Austin's down. Austin's out of the cage.
Austin wins.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin's going to WrestleMania.
Mankind for the last 5 months. The Rock has done exactly what he said he was going to do, and that's beat you worse than any man has ever been beaten. Tonight, the Great One and the millions
And
millions of The Rock's fans want to see your fat cellulite ass go one-on-one with the Great One.
Well, Rock, I'll tell you what. You're always out here talking about testicular fortitude. Well, you know, Birmingham, Alabama knows, and the whole damn world knows that mankind's testicles are full of fortitude. So I'll see you in the ring tonight. Do you smell
What the Rock is cooking. The match on Monday Night Raw where Mankind is the champion after winning at halftime heat.
Is a ladder match, and it's for the WWE Championship. And introducing the challenger from Miami, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, The Rock.
So Mankind was the WWF champion on 3 occasions. However, his total time with the belt was only just under a month. I think it was somewhere between 28 and 31 days as champion. Because they would switch the belt back and forth. He would go on to win at SummerSlam when Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't want to lose the championship directly to Triple H, so lost it to Mankind, who lost it to Triple H the next night on Raw. So there he is, Rocky. Still not in his trunks. So here comes Mankind. In total 47 days as champion over 3 reigns.
Weighing 287 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Mankind.
Actually only 36 days recognised on TV because of the tape delay of Raw. So 36 days on television as champion for Mankind across 3 reigns, which is the lowest amongst anybody with 3 reigns. The next lowest is surprisingly Roman Reigns with just 118 days between 3 WWE Championship reigns. Edge 4 reigns for 139 days, and Sheamus 3 reigns for 183 days are the other lowest. Very surprising. The only person below him with 2 reigns for less days is Batista, 2 reigns for 37 days, and everyone else are the single reign champions. So you have Jeff Hardy 42 days, Buddy Rogers 36, Iron Sheik 28, RVD 22, RVD. Ivan Koloff 21, Stan the Man Stasiak just 9 days, Kane a day, as was shown in one of these earlier videos. Rey Mysterio less than a day when Kane cashed in Money in the Bank, and Andre the Giant less than a day when he sold the championship to Ted DiBiase after he pinned Hulk Hogan, ending his over 3-year title reign. The only championship run making that reign in jeopardy is Walter's reign with the NXT UK Championship at 2 years and 2 months currently, nearing 800 days as champion. He may even be at 100 days now. 730 is 2 years, plus another 60 days. He's probably at about 790 days as champion. Who have we got on the longest champion? Obviously Bruno, 4,040 days. Hogan, Buckland, Cena, Pedro Morales, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Bret Hart, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin round out the top 10. Interestingly as well, that AJ Styles and CM Punk have both spent more days as WWE Champion than The Rock, which is probably the most surprising on that list, as they have only had 2 reigns each, but they did have 2 very long reigns.
And first off, Stone Cold, congratulations on going to WrestleMania.
You're damn right I'm going to WrestleMania.
Austin's out here to do commentary.
I told everybody I would go to WrestleMania, and that's exactly what
So
happened.
currently it's scheduled to be
It's
Austin
got his ass in
Mankind
the
for the
ring,
championship.
and he got his ass kicked.
But this is
And now we're going
January.
to find
Oh,
out
got
who
him.
you're going to face. Will it be Rock or will it be Mankind? The title
Samoan drop
hangs
through the
above
stairs.
the ring. These men have to get a ladder and retrieve the prize.
No, I was going to use
You
that.
beat Stone Cold at WrestleMania, and I whoop your damn ass.
Well, this one certainly isn't going to be pretty.
You're damn right it won't be pretty, son. And I'm going to say right now, I really don't care who I face at WrestleMania because I give both these guys all the credit in the world. If it's Mankind, he's one tough SOB. If it's The Rock, then I'll put my Rudy Poo foot right up his Rudy Poo candy ass.
Got Mankind through the
He's up
table.
on the table.
Rocket on the table. Oh, we'll do the elbow. Oh, no, he's out. I want to use the ladder. I'm going to use the ladder. No, I might just do the elbow.
Back on the table. The great one. The Rock climbing to the top.
Huge Shane McMahon elbow. Look at King with his hands on his head. JR's not even looking. He's facing the wrong way. Look at JR. He turns his head. He can't even watch.
Back into the ring they go.
Can't hit him. Protected by the other ladder. Brutality.
And again, the ladder comes into play.
And now he's got that ladder perched in the corner. Good heavens. Talk about your I-10 car race.
Oh, body slam through the ladder.
I can smell what he...
Look at this guy. You can beat Mankind any damn way you please, but somehow that SOB will come back every day of the week.
Seeing him rock bottom through the ladder.
slams him down hard with a rock bottom. He's up there, and he's starting to take down the title.
Some of them, I can't remember if it was 2011 or 12, but you needed 7 pulls of the title to win. There's 3. Oh, I've lost it. Mankind's tipped me off. Escape out the ring.
And again, he moves to
The
the
Rick
outside.
exit. We'll get another ladder.
Again, he goes for that weapon.
Look out, he's got the ladder.
Oh, that ladder used as a weapon.
Now that was a jaw jacker.
Got his hands on a ladder already.
We just whip Mick to the outside.
Ribcage first into the
No, I hate that when you set up the ladder.
Wow, I just don't know how he could get up after something like that.
Uh-oh, he's got it again. Look at this. He's just barely moving. I'm not sure he can get back to his feet. He's spending more time outside the ring than in it. He's heading back up.
Is there enough time for Rock to win? Mankind's on the outside. That's it.
Climb the ladder.
Mankind's climbing.
These superstars fighting.
I know who's coming out. I know who's coming out.
Championship. Mankind will not quit.
Come on, Rock, reach up there. Reach
It's the Big Show. It's the Big Show. He's still got Paul White here.
Mr. Sacco is in the mouth of the Rock.
Oh, what the hell?
Paul White is here. He's got Mankind. Oh, choke slam off a 10-foot high ladder. And the Rock climbing the ladder.
That's it for Mankind.
Oh,
He's
yes.
been screwed again. Mankind has been screwed again.
The Rock's going to WrestleMania as champion.
Your winner and
comes Vinnie Mac. So let's watch it. Oh, Paul doesn't have his own music yet. It's coming out to the Vince McMahon music.
Please welcome the special referee for this match, weighing in at 500 pounds, Paul Wight.
This has started to be referred to as Big Show after WrestleMania. That's just wrestling under his his real name, Paul Wight. No chance. Listen to Grilling JR as well. They kind of feel that they overexposed the Big Show. I think because it's the Attitude Era and you wanted to have him on every show and you wanted him wrestling on nearly every show. I think if they'd used more of a specialised approach to him, not quite the Brock Lesnar treatment, but if you saved him wrestling for pay-per-views, I think it would have really enhanced his aura. Although he would have been paid a lot of money to not wrestle very often.
King,
kind of
are
a
you
hard
going
thing
to welcome the great one? Of course I'm going to welcome the great one. Rock, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Of course, it's everyone's pleasure. The Rock doesn't need an introduction anywhere in this civilized world. The chosen. The most electrifying man in entertainment is here, and he's bringing a lot of class to the show right now. The ratings are through the roof.
Here comes the Texas Rattlesnake. He has a date with The Rock at WrestleMania 15. Good to go back and watch these wars on the road to WrestleMania 15. I don't remember all of these matches. I remember the main matches, probably because they were featured in videos and DVD releases down the line. But some of these, it's good to check them out again in WWE 13, because this is a match I don't remember at all. So I know Mankind goes on to become special referee, so there must be some shenanigans Screw Austin in this match. But then Mankind and Big Show would have a match at WrestleMania to see who would get to be the referee later in the match. The Austin in his 316 jacket. I love that stunner to D'Lo Brown on the car as well. Still can't believe D'Lo's not in this game.
And here we go. And Austin's going to need to watch out for Mankind and Paul Wight. Mankind's going to have to watch out for Paul Wight and Steve Austin, because if Mankind can win this match, he's going to the WrestleMania main event and be the second special guest referee. You know, these guys don't care about each other. They don't care about their own welfare. But what they do care about is going to WrestleMania.
Well, let's get one thing straight. The Rock is the great one. The Rock is a champion, and he's going to WrestleMania to fight that piece of trailer park trash, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Swift kick. Now a quick kick. Right to the head. And he's... This is ridiculous. Get in position, ref. Look at that. Come on, ref. Do your job.
Amen.
What in the world is our official doing? Boy.
Getting a double arm DDT and then a mandible claw.
He's very hard, without question.
Okay, we busted open. It doesn't take much to bust them open. The Scotty 2 Hottie Bulldog. I don't know why he has that. I don't really remember him doing that. DDT. And I've got to win by submission, so I assume if I put the mandible claw in, will he submit, or do I need to put on a breaking point submission? I don't really know. Austin was always good at getting colour though, because he was bald, the blood just went absolutely everywhere.
That's a clothesline, a bona fide slobber knocker. And there's the toss.
Got in the hard way.
This is dangerous right here. Oh, we got it.
Elbow from Mankind.
Sometimes when you go high risk, you crash and burn. And sometimes you knock it out of the park. And that was a perfect example of hitting it big.
Oh, a stiff. And I mean, what's Mankind?
Texas pile driver. The pulling pile driver. That's a pulling pile driver. The Texas one is the one Austin does. Alright, let's get the submission going. Mandible claw. Too close to ropes.
Austin's in trouble. He uses his entire body for an incredible tackle. We know what this is.
It's Mr. Socko and a little bit close to the ropes.
That's it. He's out.
And then by submission.
Submission hold applied.
Sleeper hold.
Submission locked in.
Ring the bell.
Doing a fine job right on top of the action.
Austin taps. Surely that's not how it really went down.
What? Mankind won the match, and he will be the second referee at WrestleMania.
What in the Sam hell did The Rock just see?
Paul Wight just destroyed his co-referee at WrestleMania.
We've seen the same few people over and over again, but it's okay. This is Steve Austin versus Paul Wight with Mankind as the ref.
Please welcome the special referee for this match, weighing 287 pounds, Mankind.
Probably a good way to keep everybody involved without having to have all of them in the main event, but they are involved with each other. WrestleMania 15. Let's have a look at the card while we're on the road. While we're on the road to WrestleMania 15. Here comes Paul Wight to Vinny's music.
And the participants, first, weighing in at 500 pounds, Paul Wight.
So first we had two matches on Sunday Night Heat for WrestleMania 15. Jacqueline defeated Ivory in 1:23 seconds. D'Lo Brown and Test won the Battle Royal to become #1 contenders for the tag team titles, which is a bit weird because the teams, it was like the last two became a random team, so Droz and Godfather were the last two before that to get eliminated. And also in there, Rocco Rock, Johnny Grunge, Viscera, Gilbert, Animal, April, Scarlet Hawk, Scott Taylor, Farouk, Tigerelli Singh, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Midian, Brian Christopher, Steve Blackman and Bradshaw. Whew. I kind of wish I had started saying all the participants. And here comes Steve Austin. And what was weird is like the champions were on the wrong kind of people. So Billy Gunn was the hardcore champ and Road Dogg was the IC champ. So the first match of the show, Hardcore Holly defeated Al Snow and Billy Gunn to win the Hardcore Championship in a triple threat match. In the second match, really everyone forgets because only 4 minutes long, Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett retained the tag titles over D'Lo Brown and Test. Then the infamous Brawl for All match, which was supposed to be Dr. Death Steve Williams winning the tournament, but Gunn won the tournament when Dr. Death was injured during one of the matches and lost. So his reward was to be smashed by Butterbean in 35 seconds and then barely ever seen on WWF TV again. Mankind beat the Big Show by disqualification to be the special guest referee in the main event. Road Dogg beat Goldust with the Blue Meanie and Ryan Shamrock, Ken Shamrock and Val Venus in the Four Corners elimination match for the IC title. So Road Dogg retained there. Kane beat Triple H. Well, Kane had China as well. It was a bit of a nothing match.
Right here tonight.
Tom Luthez struck White with a chair. So I assume it's no DQ.
Because it's The Rock show. The Rock is out here, the great one.
Shane defeated X-Pac in a match that exceeded all expectations. Well, I forgot Sable retaining against Tori. Tori was wearing that weird bodysuit. But she was a notable wrestler from Japan.
Quicker and stronger than Stone Cold Steve Austin. And come WrestleMania, you're going to see The Rock prove it.
Paul Wight and Austin laying the smack down on each other.
Hey, shut your mouth.
That's
There's only one
leg.
man who lays a
It
smack
was like
down.
WWE 2K20.
And here we go. Back into driving that chair into him again. Relentless
this with that steel chair.
And stop straight away.
Mankind out here as the special referee in this. It was decided earlier tonight that there could only be one.
Luther's press. All they do is hit a finisher on him now, and it's done. This is quite a quick match.
Doing a pretty good job here. What are you talking about? He's doing a good job.
Did Mankind just drop an elbow on him? I'm pretty sure he did.
That should be in there. He'd call it.
Austin's got it.
Stunner. Huge back bump by the Big Show. He got straight up. Oh no, he didn't. Hook the leg, hook the leg.
Cover. One. There's two. Gets three.
And it's done.
Austin wins. Stone Cold wins.
Stone Cold Steve Austin has defeated Paul Wight.
Oh my gosh, I don't believe it.
Paul Wight is a 500-pound bag of monkey crap. And this Sunday at WrestleMania 15, Stone Cold Steve Austin won't have it half this easy when he goes one-on-one with the Great One at the most electrifying WrestleMania of all time.
Austin is victorious on his march to WrestleMania. He's set for a showdown with The Rock, and it is the main event. No disqualification match for the WWF Championship. This is a match I'm so glad we get to play. I was just going through the WrestleMania 15 card. I thought we were going to have to play Kane Triple H. We still might, but it's European Champion Shane O'Mac with Test. Although they've given him Bossman in this game. I don't think Test is in the game. He actually had Test with him, but they've swapped it out. I don't think Test has been in a... it might have been... I'm not sure if Test had passed away by this point, but he'd done some work in TNA, which may have cost him his spot in this game. X-Pac! You can tell us what to wear. You better get ready to bow to the Masters. And sadly, Test passed away in 2009.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 222 pounds, X-Pac.
Up next, Shane McMahon defends the European Championship against X-Pac.
Yeah, and you can rest assured, Shane McMahon has a plan. X-Pac is in for a long night.
And Shane McMahon only became the European Championship. Oh no, that was... How did Shane become Euro Champ? I can't remember how Shane became Euro Champ. But Midian eventually would become champion when he just found it in Shane's bag, and Shane's like, yeah, you can be Euro Champ. I think Shane beat X-Pac for the Euro title. Oh, that's right, I remember. I did look it up, but it was a tag team match. It was Shane and Kane versus Triple H and X-Pac.
X-Pac is the former European champion. But King, I'll tell you, this isn't about the title for X-Pac. This is
where
about
he has
X-Pac's
X-Punk on his
way of
back?
life versus Shane McMahon's way of life. X-Pac is a product of the streets. Shane McMahon was born with a silver spoon buried in his mouth.
It just says champ. Well, he's got the Rob Van Dam leap to the top rope.
Sure, Greenwich is an exclusive town. The fire department doesn't even make house calls, but that's not Shane's fault. He came from the mean streets.
Yeah, I like this leap to the top rope. This is pretty cool. We can do this a lot.
Shane McMahon has, look out!
He's firing out a series of missile drop kicks.
A series of missile drop kicks, which is awesome.
You can hear the chin crack as he hits the jawbreaker.
Shane McMahon in control in the early going. When X-Pac had his stable with X-Factor, it must be one of the worst stables WWE ever had. Despite, I really like X-Pac, and I really like Justin Credible. Albert, I've always been a bit like, a bit ambivalent towards. I thought his best bet was when he came back as Tensai, and then he's wearing those horrible red trunks, and they just killed him from moment one. I don't want to use my finisher, because I assume that We probably have to use it again. Oh, we'll just do it. Oh, Shane elbow.
Big DDT.
Former finisher and pinning.
Was gonna happen. I knew X-Pac couldn't win this on his own.
Triple H doing here? He's turning on Triple H. He's turning on X-Pac.
Triple H has him. No! Oh no! Triple H has turned his back on X-Pac. I don't believe it.
I knew I should have saved my finisher. Well, I've got a signature again. I wonder if it's Rock Austin next, or we have to play Kane versus Triple H. I don't know, I haven't looked. This is the first playthrough. I'm being 100% honest to the first playthrough in 8 years. Monica. Let's drag him to the middle.
He's going to take another pop. McMahon looking. That's it.
Pin him, pin him, pin him.
We got a cover. 2.
And Shane retains the European Championship. He has joined the corporation.
I think Triple H is where he belongs, in the corporation.
Oh, poor pedigreed X-Pac.
If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
The grandest stage's main event would be headlined by two of the biggest superstars in WWE history.
What an athlete! A 27-year-old prodigy.
It's good to be the king, but it's got to be great to be the Rock.
The #1 man in this business. And the reason is over his shoulder.
The reigning WWE champion would enter WrestleMania with an entire corporation in his corner.
He's the epitome of a champion. He's the kind of man you would want representing your organization, not some beer-swilling, finger-giving idiot like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The challenger, the Texas Rattlesnake, the proverbial thorn in the side of the corporation, would be the last man Mr. McMahon would want to top the WWE mountain.
This is a no disqualification match. It was made such by Mr. McMahon.
There is no chance
In hell
of you becoming the champion at WrestleMania. Not a chance in hell.
With the deck stacked in his favor, never before has a champion oozed more confidence.
You come to WrestleMania, you go one-on-one
with the great one.
And The Rock will proceed to kick your monkey ass all over God's green earth.
But Stone Cold Steve Austin fought an uphill battle to earn his title shot and was just one fight away from becoming the man once again.
The Rattlesnake will never quit as long as he's breathing.
When that bell rings and the match is over, you are looking at the next champion.
The stakes cannot be any higher, and the Rattlesnake is ready. This crowd is jacked, and here we are at WrestleMania 15.
Do you smell
What the Rock is cooking? It's the first of 3 WrestleMania matches for Rock and Austin. I thought we were going to get ring introductions, we haven't. The following matchup is for the WWF Championship. Making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, The Rock. What was the ring introduction? The Rock, the 27-year-old prodigy from Miami, Florida, currently in his 3rd reign as WWE Champion, won the championship at Survivor Series. won the championship from Mankind in a ladder match, and also won it from Mankind at the Royal Rumble in an I Quit match. I did those in the wrong order. Survivor Series, Royal Rumble in the I Quit match, and a ladder match on Monday Night Raw to head to WrestleMania as the champion. But there is one man who stands in his way from leaving as the champion, and it's this man, the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The bionic redneck is on the path to become champion once again. Hasn't been the champion since Undertaker and Kane pinned him simultaneously when he was stripped of the championship by Vince McMahon. It has been 6 long months since Austin was champion. All he wants to do is hold the championship belt once again. It is going to be Austin and Rock in a matchup for the ages, with Mankind as the special guest referee, although he has been injured earlier in the show with a chokeslam through 2 chairs by Paul Wight. So will he make it to the ring? We are not sure. What a journey it's been for Stone Cold Steve Austin, debuting in the WWF as the Ringmaster, being the $1 Million Champion, winning the King of the Ring in 1996, ushering in the Austin 316 era. This is for the WWF Championship. It's Rockin' Austin, Rockin' Austin, Rockin' Austin. And that My Way promo they had for WrestleMania 17 is the best wrestling promo of all time. And I rewatched that match not too long ago, and it exceeded my expectations of what I remember. I thought the match was maybe overinflated a little bit due to the finish and the turn, Vince McMahon interfering, but it's actually a really, really good match.
Hooking it up here. This is a no disqualification match. It was made such by Mr. McMahon earlier tonight on Heat.
And look at this place. It's filled with The Rock's millions and millions of fans.
20,276 have jam-packed
Use
this
the
arena.
table.
And there's no telling where this one's going to end up.
Austin, get the table. Oh, I can't. I need to just grapple him when he was
won his boiler room brawl match against Big
intermediate.
Show, but in the process, he was hurt so badly that he had to be sent to the hospital.
Which is why our senior official is out here to call
Not
this
Earl
match.
Hebner. Poor Earl, he's been erased from history here.
Spectacular counter by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Interesting what can happen when you're allowed to rewrite history.
Austin with
Quite
an
interesting.
elbow drop.
So you can just eliminate the people you don't like from history. So history generally written by the winners. And poor Earl being deleted. Anyone in TNA not in this game.
He gets out.
But it's always hard for them to induct people into the WWE Hall of Fame if they're working in another company. You know, thinking of somebody like Chris Jericho or Matt Hardy. They can't really induct the Hardy Boys if Matt Hardy's in AEW. Anyone else who's in AEW who might go in the WWE Hall of Fame one day? Christian Cage. Well, they could move for Christian, I think, to go to TNA. He did go to TNA. I'm thinking of 2005 though, and 16 years in the past. 2005 TNA was good. Joe, Angle. Although Angle was 2006. Daniels. Even though the company wasn't really that big, it was good to... It was still really cool to watch. I remember watching all of the pay-per-views. I wouldn't watch it every single week, but I would always try and watch the TNA pay-per-views if I could. Because I had some favourites that I absolutely loved in there, especially AJ Styles. I really liked Amazing Red as well. Who else did I used to really like? I'm trying to remember.
The Rock just...
Grapple time. I think this is where The Rock does his commentary.
And The Rock's taking a little water break here. Oh! Total lack of respect.
JR and King don't have any headsets on.
The Rock can do any damn thing he wants to, JR.
And The Rock gets elevated and dropped. The Rock on the announce table.
Gonna drop that forearm. I remember rightly, he had to drop 2 forearms, but I might be wrong. 1 forearm. He's broken the announce table.
An elbow to the rocks, Hart by Austin.
Lower Rock to the stage.
Almighty. This is a war. This is a war for the championship. And the carnage is indescribable here on the outside.
Now go ahead and say it, JR.
Going on a little trip.
A slobber knocker.
It damn sure is.
It is a slobber knocker. Sassafras. So he hits that sign. I think they do a suplex on the lights. Lots of walking.
Look out here. Oh my God. Austin's leg. Austin's leg. That heavily braced right knee.
Oh, yeah, that did it.
Right across that steel support, holding the lights there. And Austin may be hurt badly.
Want to run him into the stage because he definitely. Oh, it's a bit too high.
Focusing in on that braced leg like a bullseye.
And that's why The Rock is the champ.
The stakes cannot be any higher. And that's thanks to Mr. McMahon. Nobody's getting disqualified in this match.
No disqualification, I can get a weapon. I'm out of energy.
Out on the floor and underneath the ring, there's no telling what's under this ring, JR.
Someone should have a search under the ring. There's weird things under there, I've heard.
Hammer balancing there. Oh, it's time to play the game.
Oh, man. Hit by a sledgehammer that can cut you, break your bones. Simply
Sledgehammer can cut you, that's weird.
Oh man, that sledgehammer is so devastating. Oh, that sledgehammer landing again. Sledgehammer connects again. Look out. Man, I think something snapped inside that brain. No sane person can do this to another human.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Where's the attitude moment coming?
No, The Rock reverses it.
His objectives have actually been pretty good since the X versus Road Warriors one and the beating Road Dogg in 2 minutes with Austin objective. All the other objectives haven't been too hard to complete. Sometimes it's not very clear what you have to do or how long you have to wait for a hidden objective.
Now that's a suplex. That last shot
Busted him open with a suplex.
A stiff blow with the knee.
Assume the hidden objective is to a stomp. I would like to do a finisher, but I think I have to wait for the historical moment.
Oh man, what impact from that suplex.
Maybe I'll get another weapon.
Uh-oh, look where he's going again.
Steel chair, it's WrestleMania 17 style.
Stone Cold looks like he's starting to get fired up. That chair shot landed. Oh my God. Where's the rattlesnake going? Oh, he hits the high wrist.
Onto the ankle, although it kind of looks like he missed.
Somebody go flying through the air.
Like the blood on the chair. Gruesome.
That sledgehammer
Like he's
is a deadly
dripping blood onto the mat. What's his attitude era moment
That
playing?
sledgehammer is so devastating. Uh-oh, a steel chair. Oh, come on.
Put it on his head.
Oh, that's holy stop.
Oh, that was pretty rubbish.
Oh, right down on the chair. And he's got a hold of that steel chair. Here we go. Austin's up high in the watch.
Oh, no.
Oh, he got him. Oh, what's he going to do to follow that up?
The camel clutch being applied.
Alright, I looked it up. You just have to hit your finisher next. I was waiting for the attitude moment, which I would have been waiting for ages, so let's just hit it and pin it.
Austin, no.
And Austin hits the ropes. Oh, Rock hits the ropes, bounces off the ropes. There shouldn't be a rope break in this. There's no disqualification. He's kicked out. He's kicked out. Now comes the Attitude moment. Check that out, Hebner. Counterfeit merchandise.
Wait a minute. My God. There's Mankind. Oh, no, look out. Mankind just nailed Mr. McMahon. You can't hit him. Mankind is apparently going to be the referee. Oh, please, somebody hit Mankind. Quick. Where's Mr. McMahon? He's laid out somewhere in front of us. Stone Cold reversed it. He was in a must-counter situation, and he did it.
A little bit of slowdown, which is quite weird.
Austin's got it.
They're still slowed down. Oh, we're back to normal. When's this Attitude Era moment coming?
I don't know how he got out of that. Divine intervention?
Rock's in trouble.
This slowdown's weird.
What an enormous body drop.
Rock bottom, elbows out, into a stunner. Stone Cold, slow down stunner. Pick him up, give him another one.
Austin, no! Stunner connects him out of nowhere.
Rock bounces off the ropes, and that should be all.
May have just won this.
Pin the Rock, pin the Rock.
There's a cover.
1, 2, 3, and it's over. Austin is the champion. Austin is the champion. Austin, Austin, Austin.
And the rattlesnake is ready. This crowd is jacked.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. Whip him against the entrance ramp.
Austin wins. Austin wins. Austin wins.
Witnessing Stone Cold Steve Austin reclaim the WWE Championship may have brought the WWE owner misery.
Stone Cold just struck McMahon. The rattlesnake rules. The rattlesnake rules again.
But Mr. McMahon's despair would soon turn to delight as the acquisition Big Show was a signal that times had officially changed.
Wait a minute! My God, kid! That's tall Wight! Yes! This guy's gotta be over 7 feet tall! He's colossal! He's huge!
The floodgates opened, and there was an exodus of young stars from WCW
Chris
to
Jericho.
WWE.
And now that the Y2J problem is here, this company will never,
Ever.
ever be the same again! I know you're here, really, because you want some Latino heat.
WWE was
No mention of
flourishing,
Malenko or
while
Saturn or
WCW's ultimate demise was imminent.
Imagine that. Me, Vince McMahon. Here I am on WCW television. How can that happen? Well, there's only one way. You see, it was just a matter of time before I, Vince McMahon, bought my competition. I own WCW. What is the fate of WCW? Well, tonight, you'll all find out. Because the fate, the very fate of WCW is in my hands.
The enthralling Attitude Era elevated the WWE to unprecedented heights.
Can you believe this match?
This is your life.
And gave the WWE Universe some of the greatest moments of all time.
Generation X invades WCW tonight.
Yo, Adrian, I did it!
know me. You think you know me.
The Rock will forever be the people's champion.
It doesn't get any bigger than this.
And that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold
Dead
says
Soul. Ooh, Bret Hart versus The Undertaker, 1997. With Shawn Michaels, the special guest referee for this match.
Following contest is a special referee match. And it's for the WWE Championship. Please welcome the special referee for this match. From San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Up next, Bret Hart takes on The Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. And when you look at the history of Bret Hart and Undertaker at SummerSlam, Undertaker has been in 6 of them and only lost once. And that was last year to Mankind, thanks to The Undertaker's former manager, Paul Bearer. Bret Hart has been in 8 SummerSlams and has lost only once. And that was to his brother-in-law, the British Bulldog.
Could have cut JR off there. With Bret Hart's entrance. Also got the card up for SummerSlam 97 to go through as well.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 234 pounds, Bret Hitman Hart.
And let's
Bret
get
the
these
champion?
stipulations straight. If Bret Hart loses, he will never compete in the United States again. And if Shawn Michaels doesn't call this right down the middle, he will never be allowed to wrestle in the U.S. either.
And let's not forget that the WWE Championship is on the line as well. That's pretty damn important too.
Oh, Undertaker's the champ. Okay, so the opening bout was Mankind defeating Hunter Helmsley in a steel cage match. Triple H had China with him. The second match, Goldust defeated Brian Pillman. So I'm going to watch that match, that'll be good. Right past Shawn Michaels. The Legion of Doom defeated the Godwins. I can only imagine that was pretty average due to the Godwins. In the 4th match, British Bulldog defeated Ken Shamrock by disqualification in the match for the European title. I don't think I've ever watched the SummerSlam all the way through. I think I've seen the cage match because I think it was on a cage match DVD, and the Austin Owen match obviously, and the Bret Undertaker match. Although I don't even know if I've ever seen it all the way through. But Bulldog defeated Shamrock by disqualification. Then it was an 8-man tag.
From Death Valley, weighing 299 pounds, with the WWE Champion, The Undertaker.
So I can only assume a lot of these wrestlers came from the World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico, because we had Los Boricuas of Jesus Castillo, Jose Estrada Jr., Miguel Perez Jr., and Savio Vega defeated the Disciples of Apocalypse, 8-Ball Chains, Crush, and Skull. And then Owen defeating Austin Hart in a match where he pretty much broke his neck, or he did break his neck, and he was temporarily paralyzed, and he had to roll him up with the sloppiest roll up of all time that you can understand. Here we are, we have Bret Hart versus The Undertaker in this main event. We have Undertaker as the WWF Champion, defending in what should be an epic encounter against Bret Hart. I'm trying to think if these two had any other matches on pay-per-view. I think this could have been it, but this is Undertaker wrestling some terrific matches during this time, especially if he wrestled the likes of the smaller wrestler. Your Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, etc. than the big giants he got lumbered with for a long time. Vader, Gonzalez, Yokozuna, King Kong Bundy, basically any giant. For some reason Shawn Michaels is in his gear, he's forgotten he's not wrestling. He's the special ref.
And Michaels says, let's do this. Shawn Michaels officiating this match between the champion Undertaker and the challenger Bret Hitman Hart.
And as much as we all know Shawn Michaels doesn't want to, if he shows any bias against Bret Hart, Michaels won't be able to wrestle in the United States ever again.
And if Bret Hart loses this match, he'll never be able to compete in the United States again. Undertaker counters it.
I guess they could only do this after Bret's return to WWE, because I don't think he would have agreed to this Attitude Era storyline, which he was featured in, quite heavily in the first part, without being on good terms with WWE. In his return in 2011, when he came and hugged Shawn Michaels. Then he had the really horrible match against Vince McMahon. He would go on to become United States champion, defeating The Miz in Canada. Would be part of that 7-on-7 match against the Nexus, which John Cena destroyed the Nexus. Still one of the best entrance themes of all time, though. Walking alone into the unknown. We are one, we are one, we are one, we will fight together. Number one, the chosen ones. And we won't die young. Oh wait, Barry, he deserved a little bit better. I'm glad he's back in the WWE, commentating in NXT.
He lights up his chest with that chop.
I don't know when you're watching this, but Adnan Virk did not last long, which is not a surprise to me. I think you need wrestling people commentating on wrestling. So you need to be knowledgeable like Crabman, because if you're not, then it'd be difficult to know who everybody is. Huge pile driver. Gee, Owen's just broken Owen's just broken Steve Austin's neck with a pile driver.
Well, they're certainly giving it their all. No doubt.
Although it was the over-the-shoulder variation. Attitude moment.
Asking officials to be the guest referee.
What a slowdown lately as well.
But then, unfortunately for Michaels, a provision was put into his contract that stated he could not favor The Undertaker. If he did, Shawn would be excommunicated to a certain extent here in America. So we're seeing the unlikely objective officiating for Shawn Michaels.
And we're also seeing a real knockdown.
Bret Hart struck Shawn Michaels. Oh my goodness.
The Bulldog.
And hit him with a chair.
Into the ground.
The Undertaker is being busted wide open. Do I hit him with a chair before Shawn makes up?
He can't win the title.
Yes.
What a chair shot.
Pin the Undertaker. Pin him. Pin him.
There's a Bret Hart into the cover. Michaels getting to his feet. And look, King, Michaels sees the chair. What chair? You know exactly what chair, King. And Michaels doesn't trust Bret Hart one bit here.
He spits in his face. Great finish, even though it was in the corner. Great finish. Count him. Great storytelling. Fantastic storytelling. The Road to WrestleMania mode is done. So this has been Crabman from Crabman Gaming. The entire Attitude Era has been complete. Thank you for joining me. But thanks for joining me. And I'll see you soon.